According to the sixth book of the Earth Chronicles, written by Zechariah Sitchin, 400,000 years ago, 7 functional settlements in southern Mesopotamia include a spaceport in Shpal, mission control center in Nippur, a metallurgical center in Shulpak. The ores arrive by ships from Africa. The refined metal is sent aloft to orbiters manned by Igigi, then transferred to spaceships arriving periodically from Nibil. The truth is out there. The X-Files is a mystery science fiction. It means that the truths of these mysteries are somewhere but hidden. More specifically, the quote applies to alien life. Some people think that aliens are out there and that finding them would be finding the truth. Yes. Some of this proof may be hidden by the government or other powerful people, but Murderer in X-Files believes that the answers to these questions can still be found. The truth is out there. This is Fox Mulder's most important belief. You may know he believes that his little sister Samantha was abducted by aliens when he was young. His entire life has been dedicated to finding out what really happened to her. In the midnight of a summertime in 1974 or 1975, around 1 o'clock, my wife and I went out for walking just to enjoy fresh air. We were talking about a night hawk and we were looking up into the dark sky when both of us noticed a dim orange and red light in the sky. It was so dim that we thought it was a night hawk flying over us. Upon a second look, we noticed some more identical lights. The lights were circular in shape and aligned like the V-shaped boomerang. I could not see a solid object between the light at first, but when it came right above us, we could see a dark silhouette which is darker than a slightly dark blue night sky. It came just above us, gliding slowly from the west. When it was just over us, then it suddenly speeded up east and faded away. It did not go out of our sight, but faded away into the night sky. We watched the light for only about 10 or 15 seconds, which was enough to give us a shock, especially me. We ran back to my flat and kept ringing up the airbase nearby all night until I could at last contact a serviceman at 8:30 in the morning. We thought it was a kind of a new airplane from Russia or China, but we never thought it was an UFO. Sphere-shaped UFOs have been spotted by many people in the world, or even at the ISS, as well as on the moon. Some eyewitnesses stated that the objects were moving very fast. They moved so fast that they seemed to be almost impossible to catch them with naked eyes. And here it's my pleasure to show you the one again, captured over Yokohama and UFO, which was flying so fast. What is common concept for humans? Hiroshi Hayashi, Hamamatsu-city, Japan. The myth says the Oracle of Delphi would allow priests to contact with the gods, aliens, or time travelers who would share advanced information and high-tech devices. Those who don't believe in aliens or time travel say the object is a wax tablet that ancient Greeks used for writing with a stylus or pen. But paranormal investigators argue that the wax tablet shown in the funerary relief sculpture does not resemble any other wax tablets seen in Greek art. Wikipedia writes about Dokyo or bronze mirrors as follows. Bronze mirrors are produced in China from Neolithic times until the Qin dynasty, when Western glass mirrors were brought to China. Bronze mirrors are usually circular, with one side polished bright to give a reflection, and the reverse side with designs. They often had a knob in the center so that they could be attached to clothing. I, Hiroshi Hayashi, just wonder if all her explanations are correct and true. Here in this video, I'd like to explain that Dokyo or bronze mirrors in Japan have much more than these explanations. Steve Taylor writes about good and evil as follows. What is good? What is bad? How are saintly people different from evil people? What does good really mean? It's a dangerous oversimplification to believe that some people are innately good, while others are innately evil or bad. Good and evil are relative. One person's good is another person's evil. They are also flexible. People can be a combination of good and bad qualities. Then I, Hiroshi Hayashi, understand that so is the God, so is the devil, and so is the religion. As to the Felgupan spirals, or hundreds of massive geographies discovered in South Africa, no one seems to have any idea as to what these are so far. Some people say that they are created by ancient advanced black people, but one thing is very clear, that they were not here in 2006. Then some other people claim that they were created by local people nearby for irrigation. By local people? For irrigation? Today's story is about this mystery again. According to Matthew, the only one of the four canonical Gospels to mention the Magi, they came from the east to worship the King of the Jews. Although the account does not mention the number of Magi, the three gifts had led to the widespread assumption that there were three men. Here in this video, I, Hiroshi Hayashi, claim that one of the Magi was Stodana Gautama, or father of Siddhartha Gautama, whom we may now call Buddha. As to the Last Judgment, in Christian theology, it is a final and eternal judgment by God of the people in every nation, resulting in the glorification of some and the punishment of others. But we are humans who are always forced to choose a way to go, aren't we? Wikipedia reads as follows. Shingon Buddhism is one of the major schools of Buddhism in Japan and one of the few surviving Vajrayana lineages in East Asia, originally spread from India to China through traveling monks. Known in Chinese as the Tangumi, these esoteric teachings would later flourish in Japan under the auspices of a Buddhist monk named Kukai, who traveled to Tang, China, to acquire and request transmission of the esoteric teachings. For that reason, it is often called Japanese esoteric Buddhism or Orthodox esoteric Buddhism. I, Hiroshi Hayashi, have got a quite different idea from what it says in Wikipedia. What we now call esoteric Buddhism is Mithraism itself, which was brought from Persia to Tibet, from Tibet to China, and from China to Japan by Kukai. Here in this video, I explain with evidence about strange lines which connect Mithraism with ancient religions in Asia. According to the website of All Mesopotamia, it writes about pine cones as follows. Pine cones are representative of continuing life, and tamus represent regeneration. And it also writes, pine cones are symbolic in that they are where the life cycle of a pine tree begins, and conversely, where new life begins.